Hello and welcome to ITV News. This is the calendar update. First, flash flooding is causing severe disruption across West Yorkshire this evening. The M606 is blocked in both directions because of flooding in Bradford. Meanwhile, the train line between Halifax and Bradford Interchange is also blocked. We'll have more updates on our website, itv.com/calendar. A fourth person has been arrested after a stabbing at a park in Sheffield. Officers were called to Mortonley Park in High Green on Friday evening after reports of a fight between a group of people. Two boys, aged 16 and 17, remain in hospital in a stable condition. The pair were previously arrested along with a 22-year-old woman. Another 16-year-old boy has now also been arrested. Doncaster Sheffield Airport could be revived as soon as this summer, according to the newly re-elected Mayor of South Yorkshire. The airport closed 18 months ago when its owners said it was no longer economically viable. But Oliver Coppard's hoping to have a commercial agreement in place to reopen it as soon as possible.
It's a difficult thing. Reopening an airport is hard. I was clear from day one that we wanted to save DSA and then try and reopen DSA, and we're doing everything we can, but we'll do it in the right way, not just the fastest way. So we will dot the I's and cross the T's so that the public can get good value for money, but also we can have a thriving regional airport in Doncaster and across South Yorkshire.
A teenager from Mansfield is walking the length of Britain to highlight the threat to sea mammals around our coasts. Indy Keemel Green will embark on his 100-day journey to raise money for the Hebridean Whale and Dolphins Trust. Peter Bean has been to meet him.
There's a stock dove. Yeah, I can hear it. Can you hear that over there? It's going.
You'll find all sorts of creatures lurking in Sherwood Forest, and more often than not, you'll find Indy Keemel Green here too.
It's not a bird, but do you see these little black moths there? So they're green longhorn moths. They've got really long antennae. These are the males.
Brought up nearby by his nature-loving parents, by the age of 13 he was volunteering with the RSPB.
That is so cool.
Now 18, his knowledge is phenomenal for his age. He even leads guided walks around the forest.
As soon as I realised that Sherwood Forest was on my doorstep, it was just a short walk away from my house. I was like, right, this is my playground. I'm climbing all these trees. I'm going to get to know every nook and cranny and get to know all the birds and bugs and bees in here. And that was, I still continue to absolutely adore it.
What have you been up to then, Indy?
All sorts, the usual antics.
Indy from Warsop in Nottinghamshire has also just made his small screen debut, presenting a new wildlife show alongside his childhood hero, Chris Packham.
Right, good night.
Good night. See you later.
He's great and he's been so good to me, and he's such a funny and just so supportive and just never backs down. What he does for nature and the environment is just unbeatable.
And now Indy is about to do something rather unbeatable for nature himself. This month, he and his partner set off on a walk from Land's End to John O'Groats to support a Scottish charity protecting whales and dolphins. To highlight its work, they're making a detour to the Hebrides, adding nearly 700 miles to the trip.
Are you ready for this?
It's daunting, but we're doing a lot of training over the last year, 6 months, and just a lot of walking, a lot of running. I've run a half marathon this morning, so my legs are a little bit weak, but it's been so much fun. That looks like a wren's nest.
As an ally of nature, Indy's fast gaining a reputation. Robin Hood, no longer the only legend in Sherwood Forest. Peter Bean, ITV News, Nottinghamshire.
The Archbishop of York has handed over a ledger stone made in the city on a visit to New York in a celebration of 100 years of transatlantic friendship. The special service was held after 4 days of activity in the Big Apple, celebrating the two cities' shared values. The ledger stone was unveiled and placed at St Thomas Church in New York.
The unveiling of this ledger stone will be, I hope and believe, a sign of strong friendship between our two cities and between our two nations. And that is what our world needs at the moment. And yeah, it's worth celebrating. So there's lots of celebrations going on.
Finally, it's May Day and the tradition of maypole dancing isn't exactly thriving anymore. But in Rothwell, they've had a fair on this day for more than 600 years. And today was no different. As well as the dancing, thousands enjoyed the sun, the fun and the games. Well, that's the news. Now here's Emma Jesson with the weather.
Good visibility on the horizon. Tui,
sponsors ITV Yorkshire Weather.
Hello there. Hope you've enjoyed your bank holiday weekend. There are some thunderstorms knocking around at the moment, and it could be the sort of scenario where the sky turns really dark and you'll get a real deluge all of a sudden. So a warning for thunderstorms in force until 9 o'clock tonight. Heavy, thundery hail out there and 20 to 40 millimetres of rainfall in those downpours in 1 to 2 hours in places. So in some spots, that's half the monthly May average rainfall in just a short period. Could have some impacts if you're travelling tonight. But high pressure is building in for the second part of the night, so killing off any activity, and then it stays with us at least until this coming weekend, so things should stay mostly dry, fine and settled. Rewinding though to the next few hours, and the showers rumble on for a little longer, as you can see here, and then after midnight things do tend to calm down and everything dries up, but again it'll turn misty and murky, especially at the coast and over higher ground like it did last night. Temperatures hold up, light winds, and then we're into tomorrow, and the sun's up at 5:17, so it's about 10 to 9 in the evening. So it's quite an uninspiring start to the day tomorrow, rather disappointing, but the cloud does thin as the day wears on, and we see some of the best sunshine out of the whole of the north of England. You'd be very unlucky to catch a shower. There's just not a glancing speck there I saw out of the corner of my eye, but no, I think it's going to stay dry. Temperatures not bad in the sunshine. It's starting to get to where we think we should be for the time of year. I mean, 16 is the average for this time of year, 16 or 17. Quite a fine end to the day, in fact, tomorrow. And then as we head into Wednesday, the high pressure really starts to dig in. So fine Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Temperatures climbing to 20, that's 68 Fahrenheit, and feeling a bit more like May. That's it for now. Bye-bye.
TUI sponsors ITV Yorkshire Weather.
Thanks, Emma. Well, that's it from me. Our next bulletin's tomorrow, just after 6 in Good Morning Britain. But from all of us here, have a very good evening. Bye-bye.